That's looking all foggy. Hold on, y'all. Gotta clean that up some. All right, let's throw this AC on. Hope this thing is public. Okay, it's public. All right, let's see what we got going on here today, party people. I might have to adjust this about 4 or 5 different ways. All right, check one, check one. So hopefully the audio. Let me know how the audio sounds. Hopefully the audio should sound good and clear. Put my Rode mic on, so it shouldn't be a problem. What up, man? What up? Yeah. I just picked up a last minute signing. I mean, last minute signing from BankServe. I was trying to figure out why I was able to get it, and then when I looked at the distance, it's out there in Smithfield, Virginia, which is about 50 minutes from me. And so I'm on my way there, and I got a 5 o'clock signing, which I've already talked to them and told them I might be running a little late. All right, cool. Audio's clear. Thanks, Chief. Yeah, so hopefully I hope this, I'm trying to get this thing right so I can see what y'all comments and stuff. All right, I think, yeah, there we go. That looks better. What up, what up? So let's talk notary stuff. I was trying to do this thing. I don't know. I was trying to do this new thing they had where you could bring people on and stuff, but I can't figure out how to do it. So what's going on with y'all today? I mean, this is that man-made holiday day. And I got 5 signers on it now. So okay, gas is full. Got a full tank of gas, all of that. And it's time for me to hit that thing. Cold in New York. Yeah, it was a little chilly here this morning, and everything. So during this time of the year, I always keep skull caps and stuff like that in the car because, you know, me and my little slightly bald spot ain't don't do good in the cold weather stuff. So I gotta do that, and I'm trying to keep tabs on all kinds of stuff. Okay, my man got his barefoot shoes, cool, and all of that. So yeah, this is I'm gonna tell y'all, in my opinion, doing closings on holidays is the hardest, and the reason why is because you have people who normally aren't out during the day driving around, and they act like they don't know how to drive. Then what makes it worse is a holiday when not everybody is off. You have the school kids. The kids are still in school, so now you got to deal with the buses. Then you got the parents and banks closed, and then they're out running around. And then all of a sudden, you get some senior citizens like they like running around like Oswald's age, and they running out here driving all slow and methodical and stuff. And it's just been crazy. It's like every time I've hopped out here, somebody driving below the speed limit and all of that. Yeah, normally, see, I didn't even realize it was a holiday because since I've stopped working, a full-time job, I've actually removed myself from all of that holiday stuff. So I don't even, unless I see like stuff on cars and what else, like flyers and banners out here, the advertisements, I don't be knowing because I'm not going into the grocery store all the time. And I think, to be honest, the only time I know when it's a holiday, to be honest with you, is when I'm on Amazon. Because then Amazon got the, little banners up there saying, hey, it's Christmas time or Valentine or whatever time. And I'm like, oh, okay, it's a holiday. But normally I don't do them on holidays. But I ain't gonna lie, even if I knew, I still would have, because, it's been a little slow. Even though I had 18 last week. And what's been slow is that they haven't been coming in every day. Like today, for whatever reason. So I got 5. One of them came in for today. And then there was 4 other appointments that popped up for this month. Not necessarily for today, but for this, I think really pretty much this week. And I was like, okay, so 4 notifications came out, prior. I was able to get one of them, and then I was sitting there, and I ain't gonna lie, I'm tired, and I was about to take a nap, and just before I went to take a nap, BankServe came through, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, and I didn't even look to see where it was located. It just said ASAP, and I hit the button, and then I got to thinking, I'm like, well, normally BankServe be gone when I by the time I open the app and log in, the order's gone. And I was like, why isn't the order gone? And when I looked at it, it's for Smithfield, Virginia, and Smithfield is like basically 50-some minutes away from me. It's paying $1.25, so I said, okay, I'll still do it and everything, and get out there and stuff. And I ain't gonna lie to you, I got a 5 o'clock, and I was trying to get the 5 o'clock to do it early. 5 o'clock, now I can't do it early. I said, all right, just letting you know, I got to go to Smithfield. I'll hit y'all on my way back. And the reason why I wanted to try to do the 5 o'clock early, normally I won't do this. They're only 9 minutes from my house. So I figured if they're home already, I figured that maybe they was off for the day. I'll swing over there, knock them out, and then head on over to Smithfield. And I still got time back to do the close, to get the FedEx scans and all that and everything. So that ain't happening if you open your GMB. Oh yeah. But man, I've been so busy, Oswald. I ain't got time to be looking to see what holidays or what, because right now it's just about bringing in these dollars, man. Yeah, it's about pulling them in, So today looks like it's gonna be a good day for me to bring some dollars in. I did have a $35 HELOC and everything, so I did that. Then I had a purchase. I forgot how much that was, but it's right now about bringing the dollars in and everything, whenever you can. So me and the guy was talking about what and people bring this up all the time. We talk about it on Star McQueen's Super Notary Mom. There's another lady, Cassandra. She's doing something on Sunday. They're talking about what other things can notaries do. And the first thing that, in my opinion, when it comes to trying to figure out what else you can do, whether within the notary field or outside the notary field, you gotta make sure. And I did a video on this, and I think I posted it on my community tab, basically making sure you understand your personal risk tolerance for doing it, because when you start adding in multiple streams of income, it can get hectic, even if it's multiple streams within a particular industry, such as the notary. So you're doing loan closings, then you start doing general notary. Then you start doing the trust documents. Then you start doing apostille. Then you start doing RON. You got to be able to handle that. And a lot of people aren't listening. They're thinking that, I can just do it all. But what happens is, if you've already established yourself fairly well with, say, direct clients, that they're like, hey, we ready for you. We know you. We can depend on you. And then you start making a shift and start doing a bunch of apostilles that can can make you not available for them. You could take a hit revenue-wise over there. As long as you're okay with doing that, then do it. And these are the things that you, as a business owner, it has nothing to do with whether you're in a notary or a car wash. You have to be willing to make sure that you understand, be willing to take that risk and know that there could be a dip in one area versus another. And a lot of notaries, a lot of people who are out here trying to run businesses across the board, they don't think about that. They're like, okay, I'm gonna just add in, and you just keep adding all this stuff. I'm gonna do permit running, I'm gonna do wedding officiant, I'm gonna do, and then something starts slacking over here. And now here's where it catches some people, and a lot of folk won't admit this. It catches them when the new thing they added in starts dropping. So you was doing loan closing. So let's take me, for example. I got a lot of business coming in from the signing companies. I got some business coming in from direct clients. If I was to start adding apostille or even the trust, the question is, what part of my current business revenue stream is going to suffer, if at all? And if it suffers, what happens if the new thing that I added in, apostille or trust, doing the trust documents on a consistent basis and connecting with realtors, with lawyers and all of that, what happens to that? How is that going to affect it? And that's where the question comes in. It's like, what happens if that drops and now I done lost business over here versus there? So that's the question. Are you willing to take that risk? If you are, cool. There's nothing wrong with it. But the problem right now is that a lot of people aren't looking at that. They're just jumping out here and thinking that every time they do something, it's going to, you can't do everything at 100%. You can't. Everything is not going to maximum amount of revenue. Something's going to give, and know that. It's just like you trying to date 2 or 3 or 4 people at the same time when you was younger. Note what I said, when you was younger, and you with this person, then you trying to spend time with that person. It don't work. It makes it hard. It makes it really, really, really hard to try to do all of that. So here you are dealing with people's money and time, and stuff, and they need you, and you done built relationships, and now you're like, well, I got to spend time over here. You got to be able to balance that, and a lot of people, they don't think about that. They're just out here doing stuff like, okay, I'm gonna make money this way, I'm gonna make money that way, and then you say, well, the real estate part has dropped for me, in your area, not a problem. So real estate dropped, you start doing some new stuff. Now the question is, what happens when the real estate pops back up? Because we know it will eventually. So when the real estate pops back up, the question is, are you going to start sliding back over there? And let's say what you're doing with apostille and real estate trust, because those are 2 things that are out here right now that everybody is talking about. Nothing wrong with that. But the question is, if now you got all these trust clients and things of that nature, will you start slowing down with them to go back to the loan closings? And let's say it's loan closings with direct clients. And let's say even if it is with signing companies, let's say the boom is happening again, or some kind of little boom, and the fees are where you want them to be. So now you got your trust document fees and you got your notary loan closing fees, and they popping. Can that happen? Yes. Now, will it happen across the board nationwide? More than likely not. But this is a part of what business owners do. Business owners have to predict and plan for various scenarios. And look at me sounding all fancy, scenarios instead of saying scenarios. Scenarios. That's the key thing. So this is what I'm doing all the time. And see, the reason why I was able to hop out, hey, good afternoon to you, Harriet. The reason why hopefully I'm going through this tunnel now. The reason why I was able to hop on this bank serve order so quick, even though it's an hour away, and pull that in when I got an appointment already, is I'll be thinking about this kind of stuff. What happens if at 2 o'clock, which was 3 hours before, and I got to go an hour away? What's the logistics to get that done? Can I, how do I figure that out? What am I going to do? What if it's an hour? So let's just say I'm supposed to meet her at 5. The only thing I can do then is still do the 5 o'clock and tell the people after that, I'm going to have to meet you at such and such time. You see what I'm saying? These are the kind of things you have to be ready and prepared to do. Unfortunately, a lot of business owners, and at one point in time, I ain't gonna lie to you, I was like this. I wasn't thinking about the what ifs. Yeah. I'm not thinking about the what ifs. And I kept getting caught and missing out on opportunities because mentally I was never ready for the what ifs. And see, a lot of times people think of what ifs as something bad. No, the what if, it doesn't have to be something bad. It could be, what if an opportunity popped up in your lap to do such and such at this time? Do you have the logistics together for that? Do you have enough paper? Do you have enough toner? Do you have? You see what I'm saying? And what are you able to do? And push came to shove, I would have had to let them, if they wanted this thing done and shipped out by 7:30 tonight. Not a problem for next day delivery. Okay, I can do that, but I'm gonna have to make some changes and all of that. So these are things that we have to do as business owners in order to take advantage of opportunities that come. And when we do, and these are things that you do in the quiet, in the back, nobody has to necessarily, actually really nobody don't need to know, and you just do them when the opportunity comes. My biggest thing is that people aren't talking about it out here and educating us on that. And I had to learn the hard way, 10, 15 years ago, by missing out on those opportunities. And then I started listening to various businessmen through, their books and CDs, and every now and then you see something on YouTube or what have you, or you're listening to them on the radio, and it's like, oh, plan for the future. Don't understand where you're at in the here and now, but plan for the future. So I'm constantly planning for the next move. I'm planning, okay, if I do get into the Apostille, which I've already done one, and if it starts popping, what am I willing to let go? What would I let go out of all of the stuff that I'm doing? And how do I stay connected to that stream of income if I got to let it go? So like for me right now, the first thing that I would have to let go would be the house inspections. Hey, what's going on, Ben? So the question is, how do I stay in connection with them? The only way that I think I can do it, and this is what I would do personally, if all of a sudden, say, opportunities to do apostille work came in, which would give me a lot more money overall, I would reach out to the groundworks people and let them know, hey, I'm gonna be taking a little bit of a break. I still want to be connected. Orders still come in. If I can take them, I will. But I just want y'all to know I'm not going away altogether. The reason why is because I don't want them to think that, oh, okay, Griffith's out, so let's just X him out altogether. And thanks for hitting the like button, y'all. So I'm gonna stay in contact with y'all. Let's just say I started doing apostille and trust, and then the trust and things of that nature start popping. Well, I might have to let go of some of the signing company stuff that I'm doing. Okay, now I'm still keeping my direct clients, but I'm gonna let my direct client know, hey, here's what I got going on. I have this, that, and the other, and this here's a stream of income that's popping for me. So, and try to coordinate something for them. So one of the things that I've already planned to do is set up to where they have access to my calendar, or they can see a calendar where, oh, okay, we see that this is Griff's schedule. So that means I keep my schedule updated on that calendar that they have access to, at least can see, and not access to add stuff, but at least access to see it. Now they can start plan out. So we know Griff is doing this, doing that, Okay, we know we got closings coming up. So today I did a closing. 2 C-notes worth. The title person told me, she said, hey, I'm gonna be doing my backlogs and checking to see what we got coming up for this month, and I'll be sending out emails in the next day or so you can start planning for the rest of the month. This is business, okay? This is business planning. So when you're working with people and they like you, don't just go ghost on them. I know people who have like, well, I'm gonna go on vacation, and they didn't tell anybody they was going on vacation. And then when they came back, they weren't getting orders anymore. And they're like, what the heck happened? Oh, and they're like, oh, well, we didn't hear from you. You didn't respond. We didn't know where you was at for 2 weeks. And then next thing you know, they done found somebody else. Me. They done found some other notary, Harriet, you know, to use. And this is how new notaries can slide in there. So these people start going ghost. That's why I tell y'all, respond every time you see an order. Respond. Just like, okay, cool. You know, if you get it, bet. Then go do it and knock it out and do the best you can. If you don't get it, at least you responded and they know you responded. You know what I'm saying? So this is how my mind works. This is the kind of stuff that I think about, and I'm just planning, because I know in 2024 things will change. To what degree and how, I don't know. You know, even now I'm getting more opportunities to do RON at a higher fee. Right, keep lines of communication open. So I'm getting the chance, and I'm getting the chance to do commercial loans. So like I said, I did a commercial loan the other day for a couple that was in India, U.S. citizens over there in India. You know, that was a big deal for me. That I was so proud of myself for being able to do that, because like I said, it was 106 pages, and it was over 100 signatures, because it was 45. It was 45 pages that needed a signature and or notarization on, because sometimes the notarization was on the second page. And I got it all done correctly. I haven't heard back from anybody saying it was done wrong or anything. So it's been about a week now, or at least 5 days, almost a week. So I'm like, I'm stoked. I'm really like pumped about that and everything. Say, Griff, you should notaries respond when they know they can't do a signing, or do they just not respond at all? What I respond is, I'm currently booked at that time. You know, if I'm, I let them know I'm booked at that time. And technically you are, because if you're at work, you're booked. From a technical standpoint, you are booked, because at that time that they want you, you are booked. So that's how I respond. I just say, yeah, I'm booked at the time. I'm not available. Sometimes, now some signing companies don't like you saying I can do it at a different time, and then there's some companies that are okay with that. Like Marcy, Professional Notary Services, she's okay with it. Other people, they get offended by you saying that, because they take things very literal, and it's like, we said it was at 3 o'clock. So why are you saying you can do it at 4:30? I mean, that's how they act. You know, they go, what's wrong with you? But you're being honest and letting them know. You're like, hey, I'm just honestly telling you, I'm making some good time. Okay, I'm gonna be over there by 4. Okay, man, I'm thinking I was gonna take me an hour to get over there. It's gonna take me another 22 minutes. Bet I still might be able to get to my 5 o'clock on time, or a little bit after 5 instead of 5:30. See, this is why you got to take a chance sometimes and do stuff. You know, just step out there on faith. But there are some companies that are very adamant that they don't want you to respond. They rather you not respond at all. Now, here's the problem with that. There's nothing on your site. There's nothing that came back saying don't respond. You put the word out, hey, can you do it? You have a thing that says leave a comment or suggest another time that you can do it. But then you want to get upset with me when I suggest another time. I tell you that the fee is too low or whatever. So this part doesn't make sense. But I've talked to signing company owners, and they're like, they don't like it when notaries respond back. So I mean, that was a great question, Q. And I don't see why you can't, because here's the thing. This is your business. You're a business owner. You can respond any kind of daggone way you want. Hopefully it's respectful. So for anybody to say you should not respond back to me, why not? Why can't I? Because here's the thing. Now here's the secret. And I think the signing companies should know, but here's the thing. The reason why I think it's important for us to respond back, if there's a different time you can do, is because, I got my water. The title company sometimes will say this is what time we want it done, and they haven't checked with the signers. So Q gets an order Your order comes out, me and Q both see it. Q can do it at 5 o'clock. I say I can do it at 6:30. Q gets assigned it. Q and the signing company's pissed off at me for saying I can do it at a different time. Okay, cool. But then when Q calls to confirm it, he finds out that they didn't even know that the title company wanted to do it at 5. They told the title company, no, I can do it at 6:30 or 7 o'clock. Q can't do it at that time. So now the signing company got to do what? Find somebody else to do. My thought is, if I'm sharing with you, Mr. and Miss Signing Company, that I'm not available at this time, however, I am available then, you at least already know there's this notary who's available at this other time. Case in point, the one that I did at 8 o'clock this morning, when I contacted the gentleman, the original time was 10 a.m. He immediately responded back, like this is last week when I went to confirm the order. He said, I told them 8 in the morning. I said, no problem, I can be there at 8 in the morning, let them know. And when I got there to them this morning, he said, I don't know why they told you 10 when I specifically told them 8. Now, it could have been a typo, something got lost in translation, or maybe the title company wanted, to actually have a little extra time to get the documents together. But nonetheless, he said, I want to do it at this time. That's what I told them. And I don't know why they telling you to come over here at 10 when I said 8, because I got other stuff to do. I was like, roger that. It says, I live in Dallas, and I really appreciate all your videos. Thank you very much. I appreciate it too. And thanks y'all for hitting the like button and hitting the share. Throw it on your social media or anywhere else out there. But it takes time and effort. And I'm be honest with you. I'm going to be honest. Right now, it's like, I know sometimes I say stuff and people will hit me back up and say, man, I never thought of that. I never thought of that. Part of the reason, I'm going to be honest with you. Part of the reason why I think of these things is because I'm spending time thinking about my business. I'm not thinking about how to get over. I'm not thinking about why they won't pay me this. I'm not thinking about why they ask for orders to be done at this time. I'm not thinking about all the stuff that people are pissed off at within this industry. I'm thinking about, okay, I understand the flow of things. I understand how this thing works. How can I maximize it? What can I do? If an order comes in at this time, am I able to take it? How do I get myself available to take it? If orders are constantly, and I had one time, orders was constantly coming in during the daytime, how do I make that happen? What do I need to do? Well, looking at my job is like, hey, yeah, if you need to leave early, you can. And if you want to come back to the building, you can. You got to pass, a badge so you can come in and keep working. And there was people that did that. They had other things to do, kids' soccer games and stuff like that. So guess what they did? They would leave and go do that, and then come back and be in the office from 6:30 to 8:30, 9 o'clock at night. I was like, well, that's what I'm going to do. And I started doing that, and that's how I started getting closings under my belt. So instead of whining and complaining about it, I was thinking about it. And see, when you listen too much to folk who are complaining about issues within the business, about what they're not able to do for themselves, we tend to adopt that mindset to us. So it's bad when you're not doing anything. So you yourself, you're struggling, you're not getting anything done. And then, okay, I just got your text, Q. I'm going to check it out. Yeah. And you're sitting here struggling yourself. Okay, all these messages. All right, cool. So, and then you're struggling yourself, and then you're hearing people fussing stuff, and then it's all becomes a mob mentality. Yeah, man, that's right, they wrong. But you don't even really understand the industry. You don't even understand what the heck's going on. You just got somebody in a Facebook group complaining that they don't like that they was asked to do, 2 loan applications for $80. There's nothing wrong with that. Just get the daggone loan application done. If you can get more, cool. If you can't, then you can't get more. But I don't think there's a reason for you to hop on a Facebook group or any place and just be sitting up here whining like somebody's like trying to take all the money out of your bank account and just treat you. People acting, I mean, they're taking it personal, like you're personally trying to stop making money, and nobody's doing that. These people are trying to run a business, and I'm gonna tell you, a lot of these people who complain about the dollar amounts, they truly don't understand business. Not all of them. Not all. Some of them do, and I get, and some of them have a valid concern. You know, like me driving 4 hours over there to the Eastern Shore round trip. Yeah, you're not. Okay, and I got to pay $20 in toll. Yeah, but some people get orders that is right around the corner from them. Might be a city over. You know, I've talked to a lot of notaries. It's like anything beyond 30 minutes, I ain't doing. Anything more than 45 minutes, I ain't doing. I'm like, why? And they think that it's going to cost them a whole lot of money. So I said, what's the cost of it? What do you get? What are your tax deductions that you get out of that? Thank you very much, Tracy. I appreciate the super chat. This is the thing, you know, like case in point, me and a young lady had a great conversation. We talked for like 3 hours. That's what I said. When people call me, I talk to them. I ain't like these other trainers and sitting here like, okay, well, it's past 5. I've been talking to you for 4 minutes and 59 seconds. Once it hit 5 minutes, you got to hit my cash app. I don't do that. I appreciate the super chat, though. I do appreciate that. But my goal is to help you. So me and her talking for a couple hours. She was passing up. Now follow me on this. The young lady was passing up on $65 orders. The orders was coming in for $65. Her tax break on mileage and notary stamps was $70, meaning the tax deduction. So she had just for the notarial stamps, and she did what was her in her state, they got $10 for every notary stamp. So that meant she was able to deduct $10 from self-employment on the dollar amount, and she was doing 7 of them. So you do 7 of them, that's $70. The dollar amount on that was 65. So that means you're not paying taxes on it. Then her mileage was like another $20 or so. So basically, if she took those orders, she didn't have to pay taxes. So she made $65 tax free. How can you not think that's a good deal? And just for y'all to know, the other reason why I also took this order over here to Smithfield is because there's this restaurant called Q Daddy's. They have the best apple crisp. So when I come back, I'm going to get me some apple crisp. You know I love anything apple fritters, apple crisp, caramel apple, whatever. So I'm going to get me an order. It's going to run me like $12. Don't tell the wife. But I'm gonna get me some apple crisp. I can't help it. I'm a little addicted to that. And I used to make apple crisp. I just don't have the time to do it now. But so that's another reason why. And I'm gonna tell them to call me on my other line. Call me on my other line and stuff and everything. Pull my Bluetooth out in case they do call me on the other line. But yeah, it's more likely a spam call. But that's the thing, you know. So we was talking and I'll just pull it over. We was talking and come to find out she was missing out on money. So she was missing out on 180, basically $200. She was missing out on $200 worth of orders because she said it was like 3 of them a month that she was seeing. Okay, they called me on my other line. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hey, Griffin Notary, how can I help you? Yes, how can I help you? Yes, Griffin Notary, how can I help you? I'm on the way. Remember, I told you I was almost an hour away from you. Okay. I will be there in about 10 minutes. yeah, this is a last minute thing, so I had to get over there to you. So I didn't know about. Okay. Okay, yeah, I will be there right now, Sean. I'll be there in about 10 minutes. Okay. And this is the bad part of taking last minute signings. This is the bad side. I'm in the twilight zone. Oh, yeah, my service might be bad because, yeah, I'm way out in the country. So here's the bad, the crazy part with these last minute. You have people, they're rushing. It's last minute, and then they're rushing you, and you 45 minutes to an hour away. And I know that's why some people are like, I ain't gonna do it. So I said, yes, sir, I've done $50 signing, and that's better than zero. Yeah, that's better than a day and everything. Sorry about the stuff. Yeah, I'm way out here. And then with T-Mobile, whenever you're driving over water, their service goes bad. But the thing is, she didn't realize how much money she was missing out on. So she basically was missing out on $200 tax-free because of the tax deduction she gets for the miles and for the stamping. Where do you get where do you make 65, unless you find $65 on the ground? How do you get $65 tax-free? Unless you jacking somebody for it, somebody just give it to you, or you find it on the ground. You see what I'm saying? That's the key. So I talked to her about it, and then she realized, because I said, well, what are you doing? So since you don't take the order, and because she drive, she said the distance was more than 45, and that's cool. Okay, got it. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing, and I got it. There's some distances, it's like, and to be honest, with this one, I probably would have wanted a little bit more, probably maybe $50 more to go out here. But it's bank serve. I hardly get those from bank serve because so many people snatch them up. And I was like, let me just take it. Plus, I ain't got much to do today outside of the next one. And this is the same thing I've heard from other notaries, male and female. Well, if I don't take that order, then I spend time doing marketing, and I drive around and I visit places and I give my cards out. Okay, so you're spending time and money hoping to make money, but the opportunity to make money that you had and you could have did it tax-free, you didn't take. You see what I'm saying? What's going on, Dream? Hey, Dreams, if you look at the, I hope since you're a channel member, you should have saw the video that I put up for y'all on my overview of on Barra's closing docs and everything. So hopefully you saw that and everything. And make sure if you're a member and even just a subscriber, turn on the notification bell. But this is what the goal, my goal, and the reason I don't really get into talking about all these notary opportunities, because so many people out there talking about it. And there's nothing wrong with, okay, well, this is a notary opportunity and I can make money doing this and make money doing that. But let's be real. If you don't have the mindset for when the opportunity comes your way, that's the problem. The problem isn't how do I make money in this business. The problem is, are you disciplined? And there's a video, and I finally found it. And I'm going to post it back on my community tab sometime today. But it's not motivation. People tell me I'm motivated. You don't have. Are you disciplined? If you're not disciplined to do what you need to do on an everyday basis, when you see the opportunity to do it, you're not going to be successful. It's about discipline. And when you let's just take a couple. When you're kicking it with somebody, are you motivated to do nice things for them every day? No. But are you disciplined to get up and to do something nice for them every day? It has nothing to do with motivation, because see, a lot of time I'm motivated to do something because I might get something back in return. Okay, cool, you get something back in return. The question is, What if you're not getting nothing immediately back in return? Are you disciplined to realize that my wife needs this, my husband needs that, my kids needs that? Can you just do it because it needs to be done? That's the key. That's the key. That's the thing that's missing. When you're an entrepreneur, you have to recognize, I need to do this because it needs to be done. I'm not motivated to get up and do it. I'm not motivated to get up at 5 in the morning, but I'm disciplined to do it. And that's the key. And I had to learn to get disciplined. Now, are there areas that I need to be more disciplined in? Yes. But daggone it, I'm at least disciplined enough to bring in enough money to take care of my family. So if right now my level of discipline provides for my family, I'm good with that. Now I got to get to a point where I can do the more. Go over just a little bit more. How do I make that happen? That's where it's at. So y'all can sit here, and I'm not, and again, I know it sounds like I'm against the various streams of income. I'm not. I'm against people doing stuff that they're not going to be disciplined to do, because you waste money that way. If you're not disciplined to do it, you're wasting money and time. Because now you're going to be wishing and hoping and praying that somebody has compassion upon you. Oh, the cotton field's blooming. That somebody will have compassion upon you to give you a lucky break when you didn't do anything for yourself. You ain't do nothing yourself. You really haven't done anything, and you just hoping somebody will feel sorry for you and do it. That's where a lot of people are at. So we listen to these things, and I do listen. I learn. Heck, sometimes I'll even buy the course, and I do the course and everything. And now it's like, okay, am I in a position to be disciplined to do this thing? It's either yes or no. First thing I'm on, is it something that I can even do in my area? Is what they're asking me to do, like iPen. I've yet to see anybody offer iPen in this area. I've talked to different, they're like, nah, we ain't doing that. I talked to a title company, one of my directs, they're like, nah, we ain't doing iPen. They're like, nah, we ain't into that. So I can't do iPen. So I'm disciplined to do it, but the opportunity to do it isn't there. And I'm not in the business of making somebody do something just so I can do it. Who am I to make a title company do iPen? If they don't want to do iPen, guess what? It ain't gonna happen. So, but what I can do and what they want me to do is what? Ron. Can you do Ron? Yes, I can do Ron. And then guess what? When I do commercial Rons for one company, I let the other title companies know, hey, I did Ron. I did this. I did a commercial Ron. Because I don't know if they're going to get into doing commercial loans, or they may know somebody that can do commercial loans. So that's how I expand my business and my network. By letting them know, hey, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And they're like, oh, okay, cool. Oops, wrong exit. Yeah, me and the car made the same mistake, got in the wrong lane. That's what I do. But if for something, so now let's just say an opportunity is in my area. Am I disciplined? Can I be disciplined enough to do it? If I can, great. If I can't, then okay, I admit I cannot be disciplined, or I am not disciplined. And what is the best thing in the world right now is this place where I'm going is like 3 minutes from my Q daddies. So I'm going to be able to get my apple crisp and have me some fun. So now I got to find out where the heck these people are at. All right, party people, let me hop off of here so I can go in here and knock out this sign. 70 pages. Hopefully it's not going to take that long, and get it done. All right, but I appreciate y'all as always. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super thanks and all that on the videos after publishes and everything. And I really do appreciate each and every one of y'all. I don't know, I might hop back on my way home, maybe, I don't know. But nonetheless, do what y'all got to do, become successful, and everything else is gonna fall in place. All right, talk to y'all later. Peace.